Today we were talking about Jordan Peele's junior directorial effort in Nope, a movie that I was very, very excited for. Definitely one of my most anticipated movies, and a film that I was also sort of afraid to watch because the standard has continued to be set so high with Jordan Peele's filmography that it almost feels like we gotta be coming to a point to where he's gonna hit a bump in the road, right? Not yet. While this may be Jordan Peele's most divisive film to date, it also seems like his most accessible, and the film that I feel like is going to be able to appeal to the largest audience. Get Out is without a doubt the overall fan favorite, and Us is a film that was also very, very divisive, but I feel like the more people I've talked to, it seems like they lean more on the negative, while I still love that movie as well. I got 5 on it. Whereas Nope is just a definitive blockbuster summer epic that is not really trying to preach to the masses like the other two films. Now, don't get me wrong, there's definitely some symbolism and metaphor throughout the script and throughout the story and the narrative, but overall I don't feel like Jordan Peele's first intent with this movie was to preach a message. It was more so to entertain an audience. He's even said in interviews that this is a movie that he wants audiences to go in and interpret it however they want. If they come out and they think it's about this thing, cool. If they come out and they think that it's all about this one thing, cool. It can be about all of those things. It's whatever we make it out to be. This movie's been compared to the likes of Jaws, Close Encounters of the First Kind, a few of M. Night Shyamalan's movies as well. And while I think you could definitely draw inspiration, you could definitely draw the influences while you're watching from all of those other films, Jordan Peele is so great at taking any sort of topic, any sort of genre, and just infusing it with his own style no matter what. So even if there are those present influences, it still feels like a Jordan Peele movie through and through. I really admire the way he's able to build suspense slowly and keep you invested, wondering what is going to be the overall outcome here. The marketing was very hush-hush, and that is exactly how the film starts. And for the first 30 minutes, you're really trying to piece it all together. It's very nuanced, it's very slow and methodical, but when things start to ramp up, they ramp up. If we're comparing the movie to Jaws, I think the most commonality that is present there is the way that it really gets you invested to the characters in the narrative. It gets you connected and close with them and makes you feel for them on a personal level, where when bad things start to happen, it's not just a, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. No, it's a, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening to this character. While there is indeed an unidentified flying object in the sky, that is not the main focus. The main focus is this brother and his sister as they're trying to figure out how to survive on this ranch after their father passed away due to the most unworldly circumstances, and now they're also having to fight against this thing that took away their father but is also trying to take away their humanity as well. On top of that, you have a character played by Yuen who is running this theme park and is absolutely obsessed with not only his past but also this idea of this thing in the sky, what he thinks it's capable of, what he thinks its purpose is, and in the midst of all of that, he gets so consumed that he blocks out everything around him and nothing around him makes sense anymore. The drama within the human characters is the most interesting aspect about this movie to me. If you're trying to find some sort of thematic through line in this movie, it's that people are so obsessed with capturing the big moments instead of just living their life. They'd rather put themselves on the line to capture something to live on forever in the social media sphere instead of just being present with the people that they love and experiencing life as it happens. They're unwilling to just accept what comes naturally, and they're more so wanting to step out of the way to make something happen superficially. It also talks about how us as a human race are so obsessed with danger and the things that really are harmful to us. It asks the question, what would you do if you were staring down the barrel of a gun? Would you run away, or would you just keep staring at it until you eventually got shot? On the other hand, I think it dives into the idea of how our curiosity eventually turns into exploitation, how we can be so involved and invested and curious about certain things until we figure out how we can use it to our advantage, and then we exploit it for all it's good for. And in this case, the things we exploit eventually turn into what we're afraid of, turn into the bad version of itself, and come after us. That's a little bit extreme, but in this case, I think it works well. Like I said, this is a movie that is trying to get you to understand its themes. It's a movie crafted for enjoyment, but I do feel like there are things to get out of it still, and that's what I like about Jordan Peele. He did not set out necessarily to craft a film that was all about its themes and its messaging, but at the same time, the tone is still there, the through line is still there, and not only does it look visually intriguing, but it also has something to say if you really think about it. You can also just tell that Jordan Peele was given a bigger budget with this movie, and it looks absolutely incredible. This has some of the best cinematography of the entire year, thanks to Hoyte van Hoytema, who obviously has worked with Christopher Nolan in the past and has just been a master in the field for the past few years, and he continues to knock it out of the park. And here it was maybe one of his best outings yet. Every shot looked like it was a canvas painting. The landscapes are absolutely beautiful, and especially what I took away from this is the night shots, which, if you didn't know, were actually shot during the day and just edited to look like it was night. But all the detail is so there. It's very rich. It just worked incredibly well. And Jordan Peele once again teamed up with Michael Abels to do the composition for this movie, the score, and it was absolutely probably his best that he's ever done. He continues to find new ways to breathe life into Jordan Peele's projects, and I don't think that you can have any of Jordan Peele's movies without the music that accompanies it, because it brings that atmosphere and it establishes that essence that is needed to really put you within the story. It just does it all incredibly well, and it meshes it so nicely. I'm sorry, I know this hasn't been the most structured, well-written review or anything like that, but it's just been a movie that's been on my mind constantly, and I've had the chance to see it a few times, and every single time I take something new away from it. And that's just what I love about Jordan Peele, is he just puts so much time and effort and detail into every single project he does, and regardless of if it's something that I absolutely love or not, I'm still going to appreciate it for what it is. I love that we have a visionary that's still out there working today that really takes his time to craft something special and that he feels like people are going to enjoy, and you can tell that he is enjoying himself what he's creating. So that's very cool to see. As for score, I'm gonna have to give Nope an 8.5 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie. I can see it going up on rewatch, and as of right now, it may be my favorite Jordan Peele movie. You'll have to stay tuned for the ranking though. But guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.